What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another episode of Records and Ramblings. Before we get into the records, let's do a little bit of rambling. So this video is going to be sponsored by Vinyl Monkey. They are a really cool vinyl subscription service. I mentioned them before. They do a 6-month and a full year service. They offer super fast, free shipping of your records, and they specialize in breakthrough artists. So no average run-of-the-mill groups that you already know about, that you're already hearing on the radio. Everything is shipped in these solid boxes, so you don't have to worry about any of your stuff getting messed up by those punk-ass postmen. And right now, they're offering 10% off of your Vinyl Monkey order if you use the code YouTubeMonkey. I'll put that there, and I'll also put that in the comment section down there. So make sure you guys check them out, because your boy Myke C-Town said to, because they're great folks doing great stuff. And now for the record that they sent me for this month, it is the self-titled record from Muramasa. This is awesome, man. This is another album I would have never checked out had they not sent it to me. I had no idea who this person was. I had never heard a single song off of this album, but he's an electro-pop musician from England, and digging around online, he was in punk and hardcore bands. He was in some deathcore bands apparently, and he also did gospel music, which is really interesting once you listen to this album because it's an extremely diverse album, and I'm admittedly not familiar with all the different types of music and what, you know, Britain has going on musically, but the sound here ranges from what I would call breakbeat to electro to almost dancehall. It even has some trap sounds in it. Really cool stuff, man. Here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. As with all Vinyl Monkey releases, it comes with some goodies like this envelope here that's sealed specifically for you with a handwritten, I can't get it out, a handwritten letter just to you because they care. It also comes with this really cool, it looks like a sticker thing here. Of course, I'm not going to peel it off, but yeah, really nice. And this really nice, solid insert here that is exclusive to Vinyl Monkey releases. So it has, you know, some write-ups about what you're getting for the month, which I definitely appreciate. Really nice printed inner sleeve here. And the record's on black, won't bother showing you that. So yeah, this is a really interesting record. My only gripe was I wish a couple of the songs were all instrumental, because I like the music that he does so much that I really feel like it could stand on its own without the features. Like, I wasn't much of a fan of Bonsai on the song Nuggets, but I really liked her on What If I Go. And I also wasn't super into Charlie XCX. I wasn't big on Second to None with Christine and the Queens. And I definitely didn't like what Designer was doing on his track, where he was like trying to croon. Like, that was just awful. But the thing is, the only songs that I didn't like were because of the vocals. They had nothing to do with the instrumental, which is kind of why I wish those people weren't on them. But at the same time, if you like those people that I just named, then you're going to especially like this record, because the instrumentals that he puts them over are just so fucking cool, man. And Lovesick with A$AP Rocky, that song is super dope. I also like the song Helpline. I really liked the beat on that, and the way Tom Tripp put his words to it was just fantastic in my opinion. And the last two songs on the album I really liked. Who Is It Gonna Be and Blue, especially Blue. I think Blue is the best song on the album, probably the most powerful song on the album. Just beautiful vocals, incredible instrumental, and, you know, yeah, again, this is a really cool record, and again, this has me really stoked. It's rad to be getting to try new things and throw them at you guys. So, yeah. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Angrenost with Nox Et Hiems. Sure, I'm butchering that, and I'm sorry, but yeah, this is, to me, one of the best black metal albums to drop this year, and no one is talking about it. Why? Why is that? Portuguese black metal, these guys are just killing it lately, but the coolest thing about this record is these guys don't sound anything at all like the other Portuguese black metal bands. It's still raw and it's still nasty sounding, but it's far more diverse than the other big players in that scene. Has some really interesting riffs, some fast drums, and the vocalist has a great wretched voice that reminds me kind of Cult Offensive, but He also does a kind of Attila, kind of chanting moan type of thing that I think works out so well. So yeah, you guys really need to check this out. You guys are really slipping, man. The fact that this is limited to 250 copies and there are still copies floating around is just ludicrous to me. Record's on black, so I won't bother showing you that, but seriously guys, if you like black metal, especially if you like kind of interesting, diverse, weird black metal, please check this out because this is seriously underrated and not being talked about enough. And since I'm already talking about Portuguese black metal, I may as well go ahead and show this. This is Black Cilice with Banished from Time. And this is one of my favorite records to come out this year, and I don't know why I still haven't shown it until now, but this is the first press, limited to 300 copies. I know not everyone seems to enjoy these guys, but I think the hype is well-deserved. Like, the atmosphere that they create with their music, from the riffs to the vocals, everything is just so cavernous and ugly that I just love it. Nice printed insert here. By the way, I love that picture. I think that's really, really, really fucking cool. And my copy is on this nice white vinyl. With Black Cilice records, it's hard for me to tell, like, what is a first press and what is a second press and what is a fifth press. I don't know, but I know there are still copies of this for sale. So if you're, for some reason, fucking around and you haven't ordered this yet, do yourself a favor and grab it. It's a little bit different than the other Black Cilice albums in that the singer isn't doing that weird kind of howled wind sound thing he does with his voice. He's actually kind of screaming, but it still sounds so pained and so emotional and just fucking great, man. So check that out. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds with Kicking Against the Pricks. This is the third album from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and the whole record is actually a bunch of covers. Songs by Jimi Hendrix, Lou Reed, Leadbelly, and I know it sounds like a really weird idea, but these covers are changed so much that on first listen, I swear, you probably wouldn't even notice that they were covers. They all just sound like bizarre Nick Cave songs, so it's really cool, man. Front cover, back cover. Record's on black, so I won't bother showing you that, but it does come with this nice printed inner sleeve here. I've been a fan of Nick Cave forever, and I don't know why I'm just now getting around to checking out this album. But yeah, it's great stuff, just like all Nick Cave albums are fantastic. And the last record I'm going to show you in this edition of Records and Ramblings, this is Colter Youth with Final Days. This is a band that came out in 2014, and I got into them a bit late. People were calling them neo-folk, and I went and checked out one song, and I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? How is this neo-folk? And because of that, I just never bothered to investigate the rest of the album, even though the one song that I heard, I really liked. So once I stopped being my normal, stubborn-ass self, and I listened to the whole album, I was just like, God, this is just fantastic. It's a great mix of, like, neo-folk and post-punk. If you take, like, Joy Division and you mix it with Nada era Death in June, maybe, and then you add some Fugazi, I feel like you'll have this. And that sounds like a really bizarre mix, but it totally works. Like, there's such a cold, end-of-the-world vibe to this album. Like, even the more upbeat riffs just still manage to sound extremely dark. They have other albums. There's one called Love Will Prevail, and I don't own a copy of that, but from what I've heard of that record, it's even more in the neo-folk realm, so I'm definitely going to get around to getting that. But yes, this is a great album. It's on Sacred Bones, as you can easily tell from the layout, because damn near all other records tend to look very similar. Printed inner sheet with lyrics, which is always nice. If you're in a band and you're going to put out an album, put the fucking lyrics inside. Don't be a lazy butt, alright? Don't be a lazy butt. Just do it. Do it because I asked you to, alright? But yeah, I don't know. I've been on like a weird post-punk kick lately, so I've definitely been jamming that. Lost Tribe, you know, stuff like that, like the gothier end of post-punk. So you'll probably see a lot more of that on this channel in the near future. But for now, that is going to do it for this edition of Records and Ramblings. Make sure you guys go check out Vinyl Monkey. And yeah, as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. Please don't die, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright? Peace, bitches.